Hello everyone, if you're new to my channel is Cooking Mom. And today I'm going to make some beef stew. And you're going to need some stew beef. I have a little over a pound. Salt and pepper, some vegetable oil. And I have an onion I've already chopped up. And I'll put some potatoes in it later on. But right now, we're going to start out with this. And you're also going to need some flour. I got my flour in the bowl. So anyway, let's get started. The first thing we're going to do is I'm going to turn my grease on, let my grease get hot, and I'm going to take my onions and kind of saute them a little bit. And I'm using this big pot because I'm going to cook my beef stew in it, so instead of messing up two pots, I'm going to use a bigger pot. So as soon as that gets hot, we'll saute our onions. Okay, I put one onion to see if it was hot enough, and it was, so I'll put my onion in my pot. Turn it down a teeny bit. And put a little bit of kosher salt in there. And we're just gonna saute these a little bit. Get it closer where you can see. And then we're gonna salt and pepper our meat. We're gonna flour it, and then we're gonna put it in the pan and brown it up. And a lot of time I'm gonna put potatoes in it, and you can put carrots, but I don't have any carrots, so we're gonna do it. And my husband don't care for carrots too much, so I'm not gonna put no carrots in it. So just get the onions sauteed a teeny bit. And then after that gets done, and then we'll flour our meat, and we'll cook our meat in here. Use the same pot. Alright, I'll come back just a minute. Okay, they're cooking. While that was doing, I got me a bowl. So when I take them up, I have something to put them in. And like I said, I'm just kind of like sauteing them a little bit. And it'll give that grease some flavor too. Also, give it some onion flavor to go with your meat. I love my onions. The onions flavor a lot of stuff. I made some soup one time and I took it to work, and I took enough for me and I took enough for the girl that worked with me too, and she said, "Your soup's good." She said, "It's better than mine." And she asked me how I made it, and I told her. And I started telling her what I made, and she said, "That's how I make mine, except I don't put onions in mine." I said, "Well, that's where the flavor's at, the onions." So, like I say, you just got to, I mean, if you don't like onions, then I don't reckon you'll put onions in them. But onions give a lot of flavor to food, so, and I love my onions. Alright, that's not really brown, and that's fine. So I'm gonna take them up, and I'm just gonna scoop them up. I found this little thing, and it's good and handy because they're gonna finish cooking in the meat with the meat. So I'd be able to get them all up with this. Turn that off a second till I get my meat floured. Drain some more of that grease back in the pan. Okay, I got my meat. And I'm just gonna give it, I'm just gonna salt and pepper it a little bit. And I'm gonna kind of flip it. And salt it again. And then I'm gonna put it in my flour. And I'm gonna toss it. Okay, put my grease back on the stove. And I'm just using my hands. Make sure your hands is clean. Turn my burner back on. And you just want to coat it good. And I don't have no gloves, because that virus was going around and all the gloves was bought out, so I don't have any. So, anyway, I'm going to wash my hands right quick. I'll come back. Okay, my grease is getting hot, but I'm going to add just a teeny bit more. And I'm going to use the same spoon, kind of get it out the pan with. And get some of the flour out of the thing. Turn it down a teeny bit. And all you're gonna do I'm just gonna kind of brown it a little bit. And just a little brown. And most of that grease is gonna cook up, as you can tell. It doesn't take much, so you want to brown it. And I'm gonna add my onions back in there. It's getting brown. And you'll probably have a little more grease in the onions. I'm gonna add me about maybe a tablespoon of flour. Kind of let it brown a little bit in there. Well, it'll brown when it gets cooking, so. I don't want to put much. I'm gonna put just a teeny bit. And you also got the flour from the beef stew also. Alright, now we're going to add some water to it. I'm gonna add some more water. I'm gonna add a couple cups of water to it. I'm gonna add a little bit of beef powder to it. Give it a little color and flavor. I added maybe a half a teaspoon. I'll taste it and see how it tastes. I'm gonna add a little bit more. And so you just have to flavor it to your taste. And you might have to add some more water as you go along. But I'm gonna turn this down on low and put the lid on it, and I'm gonna let it cook. See what it tastes like. Might need a little bit more beefy flavor, because I like a little beefy flavor to my beef stew. Give it all that good flavor. You could put cream of mushroom soup, but I don't think I'd want to put that in my beef stew. I'm gonna add a little bit more water till I get it to the right gravy I want it at. Because you don't want it too thin and you don't want it too thick. So I put about almost 3 cups of water in it so far. So I'm gonna get my lid. I'm gonna put my lid on it and I'm gonna let it cook. Okay, I added a little over 3 cups of water in it, and I put probably a couple good teaspoons of that flavoring, 2 to 3 teaspoons. So and I used Weiler's beef flavor. I don't have much left. I got a little bit left. So anyway, like I said, I'm gonna turn it down on low, and I'm gonna put my lid on it, and I'm gonna let it cook, and we'll come back. All right, put my lid on it, and we're gonna let it cook. You wanna keep eye on it, stir it occasionally. Like I said, it's cooking real slow, and that's how you want to do it. Cook it slow, let it cook. And we'll come back. Alright, I'm gonna check it again. I check it about every maybe 5 to 10 minutes, something like that. So it don't stick to the bottom. I mean, if you got pans like mine, because my pans is about wore out. I got to get me some more, so. Okay, my beef stew is getting close to being tender. So I'm gonna go ahead and add my potatoes in. I cut them up in little small pieces. And like I said, I'm gonna let this continue to cook on low till the potatoes are done. And I'm gonna taste and see if it's got enough salt and pepper in it. It does, and to have enough, but I'm gonna put just a teeny bit more because of the potatoes. And a little bit of pepper. And then I'm gonna put the lid back on it, and I'm gonna let it continue to cook. But that beef stew is tender. So like I said, I got the potatoes in. I'll turn it up just a second, and I'm gonna let it come to a boil, and then I'm gonna turn it back down. All right, I'll turn the heat up just a little bit, and I'm just gonna let it come to a good boil for a few minutes, and then I'm gonna turn it back down on low and let it continue to cook. And we'll go from there. Like I said, it's got a good, the gravy's thick enough for rice. Got good flavor to it. So adding that little bit of flour, and the flour that was on the meat kind of thickened it up a little bit. And then I added that beef flavoring, that Weiler's beef flavoring. I probably put 2 to 3 teaspoons in it, but you can flavor it to your taste. So this will be good on some rice tomorrow. Make me a vegetable, because I'm cooking this for tomorrow's dinner. So I want to go ahead and get it cooking tonight, and then I'm gonna let it cool and put it in the refrigerator. Anyway, I brought it up to a boil. So like I said, I'm gonna turn it down and just let it cook on low. Cover those potatoes up good. Then we'll come back. I'm gonna add a little bit more water in it. So, that way to prevent it from sticking to the bottom. So I probably added about a half a cup more water. I'm gonna put my lid back on it and let it cook. Okay, my beef stew is ready. And potatoes is done. I put a little bit on the plate here, as you can see. And like I said, the meat is tender. Potatoes is good and done. And now that will be good on some rice. I'll fix a pot of rice tomorrow. But like I said, it's good. And it's got good the beef stew sauce. It's got good flavor. So, but anyway, that's how I make my beef stew. Like I said, I don't have no carrots in it because my husband don't like carrots, so therefore I'm not putting no carrots in it. So, but anyway, like I said, I hope you like my videos. Trying to reach 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. Maybe you'll like my videos. And also I want to thank my other subscribers that has subscribed lately and my old subscribers. I want to thank them. I still thank you for watching them. And like I said, I hope you like them. Anyway, enough of my rambling. Thanks for watching.